Welcome to Warriors Rulers Legacy channel. Today, we're diving into the life of one of Europe's most formidable defenders, John Hunyadi. In a time when the fate of Europe lay on a razor's edge, dark clouds of Ottoman conquest loomed ominously. From the rugged lands of Wallachia arose a beacon of hope, a man whose name would be whispered in awe for generations to come. Known as the White Knight of Wallachia and a guardian of Christian Europe, Hunyadi played a crucial role in halting the advance of the Ottoman Empire during the 15th century. In this video, we'll explore the legacy of a man whose military genius and unwavering determination became a beacon of hope in a time of great peril. From his early days as a noble warrior to his legendary battles that echoed through history, Hunyadi's story is one of bravery, strategy, and an unyielding spirit. John Hunyadi was born around 1406 into a noble family in Wallachia, Romanian ancestry, part of the Kingdom of Hungary. His father, Voic Hunyadi, was a knight who had been rewarded with estates by King Sigismund of Hungary for his loyal service. This noble background provided John with the education and training necessary for a future military leader. From a young age, Hunyadi displayed remarkable talent and bravery in battle, quickly rising through the ranks of the Hungarian nobility. His early military career saw him serve under various Hungarian commanders, where he honed his skills and developed his strategic acumen. By the 1430s, Hunyadi had earned a reputation as a fierce and capable warrior. While Hunyadi fought on the front lines, the Kingdom of Hungary was engulfed in political turmoil. The 1437–1438 Transylvanian peasant revolt saw peasants and petty nobles rise against the aristocracy, demanding relief from crippling taxes and feudal oppression. Amid this chaos, King Sigismund of Luxembourg struggled to maintain order. Hunyadi, however, navigated these turbulent waters with skill, strengthening his alliances and preparing for the battles to come. In 1440, John Hunyadi became the trusted advisor and most highly regarded soldier of King Vladislav III of Poland. Hunyadi was rewarded with the captaincy of the fortress of Belgrade and was put in charge of military operations against the Ottomans. King Vladislav recognized Hunyadi's merits by granting him estates in eastern Hungary. In 1441, the Ottomans, relentless in their expansion, under the command of Vasark Bey, advanced along the Danube River. Hunyadi faced them near the fortress of Samendria. The Hungarian forces, though outnumbered, fought with the ferocity of cornered wolves. Under Hunyadi's command, they struck swiftly and decisively, driving the Ottomans back. The victory at Samendria bolstered Hunyadi's reputation as a master tactician and the protector of Hungary's borders. This led to his appointment as the voivode, governor, of Transylvania in 1441. As voivode, Hunyadi proved himself a brilliant military tactician, leading successful campaigns against the Ottomans who were steadily encroaching on European territories. First Battle of Sibiu happened in 1442. As the snows of winter began to thaw in March 1442, the Ottoman forces under Revered Bey advanced towards Transylvania. At the village of Sant'Andrew, Bishop Gheorghe Lefes led a small force of 2,000 men to confront the 16,000-strong Ottoman army. Despite their valiant efforts, the Hungarian forces were overwhelmed. Bishop Lefes was captured and executed, and the Ottomans pressed on, emboldened by their victory. But Hunyadi was not one to surrender easily. Just days later, on March 22, he regrouped with around 6,000 forces near Hermannstadt. Using a clever ruse, he had his loyal lieutenant, Simon Kemeny, don Hunyadi's armor. The Ottomans, convinced they were facing the famed commander, fell into the trap. At the right moment, Hunyadi's forces launched a surprise attack. The battle was fierce, but the Hungarian forces, driven by Hunyadi's indomitable spirit, emerged victorious. The defeat of Revered Bey's army sent shockwaves through the Ottoman ranks. These victories solidified his position as a key defender of Christian Europe. Recognizing his growing influence and capability, the Hungarian king appointed him as the Captain General of Hungary. Later that year, Hunyadi faced one of his greatest challenges. At the Iron Gates, a narrow gorge on the Danube River, he confronted a large Ottoman force of 80,000 soldiers. The Iron Gates were a natural fortress, a place where the river squeezed through towering cliffs. Hunyadi's forces, numbering 15,000, though vastly outnumbered, used the terrain to their advantage. In a brilliantly executed maneuver, they lured the Ottoman forces into the gorge and launched a devastating assault. Caught off guard, the Ottomans struggled to maneuver in the narrow pass. Hunyadi's cavalry charged through, causing chaos and heavy casualties among the Ottoman ranks. The focused assault and strategic use of terrain led to a decisive Hungarian victory. The victory at the Iron Gates was a testament to Hunyadi's strategic genius and his unwavering resolve. By 1442, John Hunyadi had established himself as the unyielding defender of Hungary. In November 1443, Hunyadi started the long campaign. The cold November winds carried with them the ominous whispers of an impending clash. Hunyadi led the long campaign, a daring winter offensive deep into Ottoman territory. The Crusader army consisted of 25,000 or more troops and 600 war wagons. The long campaign started with the Battle of Nish, which was a series of 5 separate battles. In the first battle, the Crusaders captured and burned the town of Nish, overwhelming the Ottoman garrison. On the second battle, Hunyadi's 12,000 cavalry clashed with Qasim Pasha's 12,000 Spahi cavalry, defeating him decisively. At the third battle, Crusaders defeated Turkhan Beg's army, causing further disruption and panic among the Ottoman ranks. In the fourth battle, Hunyadi's forces engaged and defeated Arashak Bey's army, further weakening their position. The final battle happened on November 3, 1443. The Crusaders confronted the remnants of the Ottoman armies on the plains between Bolvan and Nis, securing a decisive victory. During the Battle of Nish in November 1443, Skanderbeg defected from the Ottomans with 300 Albanian soldiers, taking advantage of the chaos following the Crusader victory, starting a rebellion that lasted for more than 25 years and stopping Ottoman expansion towards Italy. In December 1443, during the Crusade of Varna, the Crusader forces led by King Vladislav III of Poland, John Hunyadi, and Juraj Branković faced the Ottoman Empire at Zalatica Pass. Despite their bravery, the harsh winter conditions and strategic advantage of the Ottoman forces, commanded by Sultan Murad II, Qasim Pasha, and Turkhan Beg, led to a crushing defeat for the Crusaders. The snow and cold hampered their movements, and after heavy casualties, they were forced to retreat. In August 1444, Sultan Murad II retired, leaving his son Mehmed II in charge and signing a 10-year peace of Szeged treaty with Hungary. According to this treaty, the Ottomans agreed to withdraw their forces from Serbia and Albania, as well as any other territories taken from Hungary. The Ottomans agreed to release Hungarian hostages they had captured. The Ottomans agreed to pay an indemnity of 100,000 gold florins to Hungary. Both parties agreed to a 10-year truce, ending the hostilities between them. Hungary agreed to recognize Ottoman control over certain territories. However, King Vladislav of Hungary, influenced by the papacy's ambitions and encouraged by their allies, broke the treaty, leading to renewed conflict. Faced with internal strife and a Janissary revolt, Murad returned from retirement few months after to restore the stability and lead the Ottomans at the Battle of Varna in November 1444. On the plains of Varna, Hunyadi's forces, bolstered by 30,000 troops from a Christian coalition, prepared to face an Ottoman army of 60,000. Among the Christian ranks was King Vladislav III of Poland, a young and valiant monarch determined to repel the invaders. As the battle commenced, Vladislav III, with a heart full of valor, led a daring charge directly at Sultan Murad II. His aim was to strike a decisive blow and inspire his troops. The Polish cavalry thundered across the battlefield, their lances gleaming in the sun. But the weight of numbers and the Ottoman seasoned tactics proved too great. Vladislav III fell in battle, his sacrifice becoming a symbol of unwavering courage. John Hunyadi fought valiantly to rally the troops, but the loss of their king was a blow too heavy to bear. As the sun set on that fateful day, the Battle of Varna ended in a crushing defeat for the Crusaders. John Hunyadi managed to escape with a portion of his forces the battlefield and survive the defeat. His leadership and military skills were crucial in ensuring that he and his remaining troops could withdraw safely from the battlefield. The victory at Varna cemented Ottoman control over the Balkans and paved the way for their continued expansion into Europe. 2 years later, in 1446, Sultan Murad II returned to the Balkans seeking revenge for the treaty breaking that preceded the battle. In that year, Sultan Murad II's army breached the Hexamilian Wall and ravaged the Peloponnese. Following a new crusade proclaimed by Pope Nicholas V, Murad then invaded Albania and conquered the fortress of Svetograd. Meanwhile, 4 years after his defeat at Varna, in 1448, Hunyadi, allied with Skanderbeg in an alliance that also included Serbia and Bosnia. In September 1448, Hunyadi led his forces across the Danube and camped near Kovan, close to Smederevo. The Hungarians remained encamped for a month, awaiting their German, Wallachian, Bohemian, and Albanian allies. A Wallachian force crossed the Danube and attacked Ottoman positions in Nicopolis. The Ottomans dispatched a unit of Akinjis, who successfully ambushed and dispersed the Wallachians, capturing many prisoners. The Albanian army under Skanderbeg was delayed due to Ottoman and Serbian interference. Serbian despot Đurđa Branković occupied the mountain passes, preventing Skanderbeg from linking up with Hunyadi. The Serbs had declined joining Hunyadi's forces due to an earlier truce with the Turks. Additionally, a Venetian attack on northern Albania further delayed the Albanians. As a result, Hunyadi decided to engage without waiting for Skanderbeg's reinforcements and in October arrived at Kosovo field. Hunyadi's army, numbering between 22,000 and 30,000 strong, faced the might of Sultan Murad II's army numbering 40,000 to 60,000 troops. The battle raged for 3 days, a brutal contest of wills and strategies. Hunyadi employed guerrilla tactics, harassing the Ottoman lines and disrupting their formations. But the Ottomans, with their disciplined janissaries and overwhelming numbers, gradually gained the upper hand. The Second Battle of Kosovo in 1448 concluded with a devastating defeat for the Crusader forces. After the loss, Hunyadi attempted to retreat through Serbian territory. However, he was captured by the forces of the Serbian despot, Đurđa Branković. Hunyadi was imprisoned in the Smederevo fortress, where he pondered his defeat and his future. After a period of tense negotiations, Branković released Hunyadi. Despite the crushing defeat, Hunyadi's resolve remained unbroken. His leadership had inspired his men to fight with unparalleled tenacity, and his name became synonymous with defiance against impossible odds. Perhaps the most celebrated chapter in Hunyadi's storied career unfolded at the Siege of Belgrade on July 1456. As the Ottoman Empire, led by Sultan Mehmed II, sought to break through Europe's defenses, Hunyadi organized a formidable stand at the fortress city of Belgrade. His forces, comprising 7,000 defenders, 12,000 professional soldiers and an inexperienced peasant force of about 18,000, some of them carrying only clubs and slings, faced an Ottoman horde of 60,000. Hunyadi's strategic brilliance shine as he orchestrated the defense. He fortified the city with wooden barriers and strategically placed cannons. The climax came with a daring naval assault on the Turkish flotilla on the Danube River. Hunyadi's troops overwhelmed the Ottoman fleet, cutting off their supply lines and turning the tide of battle. In a final, desperate assault, the Ottomans launched a massive attack on Belgrade. But Hunyadi's defenders, inspired by their leader's indomitable spirit, repelled the invaders. His triumph at Belgrade was hailed throughout Europe and delayed the Ottoman conquest of Hungary for 70 years, until 1526. After this victory, the Pope Pius II, in recognition of his efforts in defending Christianity against the Ottoman Empire, bestowed Hunyadi a title, Champion of Christ, Latin, Athleta Christi. Hunyadi's military genius was not just in his tactics but in his ability to inspire and lead. His armies were a diverse mix of professional soldiers, local militias, and mercenaries, including the stalwart support of Polish allies. His strategies, from guerrilla warfare to psychological tactics, left an indelible mark on European warfare. John Hunyadi's legacy as one of Europe's greatest military commanders is a testament to his strategic brilliance and heroic dedication. His story, woven with valor and defiance, continues to inspire as a symbol of resilience against the tides of history. Thank you for joining us on this journey. Remember to like, share, and subscribe for more stories of legendary leaders.